Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Forrest over here, and welcome back to another chill stream. So today was a bit of a fun day, and as you can tell from my hand, I'm gonna have a few things from earlier today on my hand. I haven't quite yet got it cleaned off, and I'm gonna have to before I go to work tomorrow. Um, but yeah, today, yeah, I'm gonna lower the volume, lower the thing down here. So, so for this stream, I'm mainly going to be talking about all that took place yesterday. Um, so it's basically going to be a sit down, sit back, relax type of stream. This one. So, so today, for those who didn't know, I actually went to a fair, a not like a state fair kind of thing, but more like a smaller county kind of fair, that kind of thing. And truthfully, I had a lot of fun, even though some of the rides were kind of, even though some of the rides were kind of crazy to me personally. Um, so Yeah, so like I said, I had a lot of fun. I rode some rides, both by myself as well as with my niece and nephew, and it was like I said, it was really fun. The very first ride I could probably tell you all the rides that we rode. Honestly, I know that we literally rode the crap out of the bumper cars at one point. Well, actually, at two separate points, we rode the bumper cars so many times that I honestly never even kept count of how many times we rode on the bumper, we drove the bumper cars. Um, the very first ride that my niece and nephew and I both rode. All of us rode. Um, I believe it was supposed to be called like Music Express, where they're basically doing a like they how do I describe it? um, it's the type of ride where you it's kind of uses that little motion of where like it puts you in a diagonal position here, but it's where it just moves by itself. Well, it feels like it's moving by itself, and it just gives you that feeling like gravity is moving the thing towards like it's going where it's like putting you almost sideways, like kind of like that. I think that's the kind of I think I know what I'm talking about, but they were doing it one or two ways. When I was riding it with my niece and nephew, they were riding it going forward. The second time they rode it, I didn't ride it with them the second time, but the second time they rode it, it was backwards. It was going backward. And I honestly cannot stand rides going backwards. I just don't like it when rides go backwards. It's more terrifying to me to ride any kind of ride that goes backwards because because going forward, of course, you see it coming. You see what's ahead of you, so to speak. Whereas when you're going backwards, you don't really know what's going on behind you. And you basically gotta do that. You gotta just basically turn around. And I hate rides that have me do that. What other rides was there that I rode? Of course, we rode the typical Ferris wheel. Of course, who would, who would honestly, truthfully, honestly, here, who would say no to a fair outside of somebody who has a fear of heights? Who would really say no to Ferris wheels? Not very many people would, outside of those that are scared of heights and or Ferris wheels. And I don't mean that as a joke. I'm being serious when I say that too. Um, yeah. Um, let's see, what other rides was there? What other rides were there? My niece and nephew, of course, did ride some of the kiddie rides, but they're at that age where probably, where they pretty much find those type of rides a little bit boring. So, and they are growing into where they were able to ride most, if not all of the rides that they could have. Not all of them were able to, and one ride was there, but for some reason it wasn't working. So I wouldn't know one way or the other if it actually would work. Like if I would have liked it or not, but it didn't. It wasn't working. Sadly, sad face. So let's see, what else did I ride? Um. Uh. Oh, there was one called. It was called the Cliffhanger. Which is basically a hang glider kind of ride where you're basically laying down on your belly and you put your arms out in front of you and hold down the handles that are right in front of you there. Yeah, when I rode that ride a few years ago when I was a kid, and I didn't really care for it too much back then. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride this one again. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a second shot. I want to see how good it is. Like at first it scared me, of course it would. Um, but then as time went on with the of me being on that ride, I didn't really mind it. I thought it was a pretty fun ride. Uh, it was probably the best ride where I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna scare me a little bit, and then after I get used to it, I'm like, you know, actually, this ride ain't even that bad, really. Oh, and there was also the fun side there too, but honestly, even my niece and nephew are like, we don't really care for it. So I'm not gonna talk too much about that because it wasn't really that fun anyway to me anyway at all, personally. What else did we have? I forget. Hey, comes Blair, how you doing? Woo, woo. Anyway, another ride that there was actually one ride that there was actually one ride. Oh, did you say slide? Yeah, we were talking about I was talking about my time at the fair that I went to today. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun, doing, going on the rides. Went on the fun slide there. You know the multicolored ones where it's like, where the right where it's like red on one side, green on the other side, and yellow in the middle. That slide. I only did that one time, and was it a water slide? No, it was not a water slide. It was not a water slide, actually. No, it wasn't. So yeah, it wasn't a water slide because it was a fair. I would understand if we were going to a water park. But no, it actually was not a water slide. Oh, that's boring. Yeah, that's what my niece and nephew were saying the same thing. What's ironic here, they were riding that slide like 3 to 5 separate times today. Let's see. Um, let's see. Water slides are fun. Regular slides are boring. It depends on the type of what the slide looks like. Really, water slide or regular slide. It really just depends. Um. There was another side. I can't think of the name of it, but this was the first time I ever rode this one ride. It's kind of like the Ferris wheel, like how you're sitting facing away and you're going in a circular motion on the ride, kind of like this. Well, there was one ride there. I can't remember the name of it, but it was going in a circular motion like this, like where you're facing out. So like this is you, right? And you're doing this. that ride. Oh, that ride was. Honestly, I was screaming the moment we started doing this whole bit where we're going basically side to side. As soon as that started happening, I just fucking lost it. I was just starting to scream. And then going the full circle, I just could not contain the scream. And then there was this, and I swear to God, this is the funniest story here. There was this little girl that I was sitting next to while my niece and nephew was riding a different ride. I know which one it was, but I can't think of the name of it either. But that was the only ride I didn't read, that I didn't ride. You know, Toddy and Whooper? Everyone I know keeps calling it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Cubs player. But yeah, there's this little, I would say this little teenage girl sitting right beside me, buckled in her seat, right, and she was saying, you know what, I'm gonna go on this ride again. I was like, girl, you crazy. That's exactly what I said. I was like, girl, you crazy thinking about riding on this ride again. Just because it's okay. Alright. Um, what other ride, was there that I rode? Oh, the one that I didn't ride, but my niece and nephew rode. I already rode it last year, the year before. Holy crap, that ride was crazy. Never have I ever rode that kind of ride before, and I'm like, never riding this one again. Ironically, my niece and nephew liked it so much that they wanted to ride it again. So yeah, I didn't really care too much for it, but my niece and nephew liked it, and whatever. The funniest story about that one, I took a video of my niece and nephew on that ride, and that video lasted, I think, somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes. At the near the end of the video, there's this woman, and you can clearly hear her say, "I am never riding this ride again." I couldn't help but laugh about that. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm never getting on this ride again. And then I'm like, well, actually, I said the same thing last year, so I couldn't really say anything, honestly. Um, but yeah, I think. Oh, this last one. Tell me if you have heard of this ride. I'm not even going to say the name of it. I want to see if anybody knows the name of this ride. So, how this ride... Whoa. Whooper is so cute, and so is Paddy and Whooper. I can't wait for Scarlet and Violet. I hope it's better than Sword and Shield. I wasn't a big fan of Sword and Shield. Honestly, I feel like with Sword and Shield, they basically brought back some gameplay mechanics from previous Pokemon games. Namely, Sun and Moon. Because, and I say namely Sun and Moon because in Sun and Moon, you are the champion of the region, and you are being given opportunities to defend your title as champion of the Alola region. Whereas in this game, while you are becoming the new champion, nobody challenges you, but, excuse me, but, you are involved in battles in their own way. Now, I can't really speak much of the DLC because I'm pretty sure I haven't completed every little thing that there is for you to complete in in both the DLC packs. But I don't really care enough to even finish it at this point. Because personally, the only game I care about right now, well, actually two of them, are Legends Arceus and Shining Pearl. because I know I still gotta do Shining Pearls. I still gotta finish the post game stuff with Shining Pearl, as well as the um whatever I have left of the game of Legends Arceus. So I know I gotta finish those two games. Um, but as far as Scarlet and Violet go, some people are probably already probably getting hyped because of mainly, in my opinion, mainly the the 4 player co-op that you can do with 3 other individuals. Personally, I like it on the grounds that it would actually be like reliving the Pokemon anime, but as different characters. You know what I mean? So instead of having Ash Ketchum, you have another character that is well known in the region. So yeah, there's just so many. I'm looking forward to that game. Um, yeah. So I don't know how. I know that it's going to be coming out in a few months. I know that, but I'm not sure when in a few months it'll be out. But I am looking forward to it. I did even look at the type of Pokemon that we'd be looking at. Honestly, I gotta go with Violet because that bike really sold me. As soon as I saw what the bike looked like for Violet, I was like, "We gotta get this bike. Let's do it." Yeah. Um. So yeah, it's like XYZ with that 4 different main characters with different personalities. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, it'd be like reliving the Pokemon. If I was to be involved in a group, I could see myself, mm, Towels maybe, if he is a Pokemon fan. I don't know if he is or not. I would like to do it with Lightning Fan, but I doubt that would happen. Because, I would not mind doing like a collaboration type of thing with other people. Like, do it every so often. Play this game with open co-op, see how everybody else is doing. Or have it to where we be like, oh, I was actually thinking of this one a while back too. Having it to where, we all go, like, we're allowed to go for the badges any way we want, right? From what I remember. So we don't have to worry about being told, oh, wait, you don't have this badge yet? What are you doing over here for, man? You need to get your butt over there to this area and do your you need to get your butt over here and do your shit so you can do this. Um, Personally, I would have it to where, I would probably have it to where I would be pitting, 2 people against, each other, and then, like, for the 4 player co-op, have it to where we all try to help get the badges, and then after that, we start, fighting, because of course, why wouldn't we, right? Um, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. And I'm looking forward to it. But that bike really sold me. The bike for Pokemon Violet's character, that really set the tone for me. I thought it was really cool. Um, excuse me. Let's see here. I think that's pretty much it. Cause I don't think I ever read. Like the only thing I ever did outside of doing some rides was eating food, and I had 2 things really. I first started off the day with a nice hot dog with some nice hot dog and some with a nice hot dog with thin of ketchup. It was pretty good. Not the best, but not the worst. But then you have what was probably my um, favorite grilled cheese sandwich. If I say it was a character in the XYZ anime, I would say it would obviously be Ash, not the smartest, but someone smart about and pretty strong Pokemon. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, if I were to, I mean, let's put it to you this way. See, with Cubs player, you would honestly be Ash because you're somewhat smart and you have pretty strong Pokemon. Um, I would, hmm, if I were to pick a character, I would say probably Clement because he and I are a little bit relatable, whereas my family has a tendency to poke fun at me for being a single man sometimes. But at the same exact time, um, shit, I lost my train of thought. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, if I were to, I would say Clement because I'm a kind of a bookworm and I am on the single side, and I would probably act like that to him. To my sister, she was Bonnie's age, taking an invention, grabbing her by the book bag or something, and just dragging her out there. Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be really funny, but maybe a little bit fun too, but not a whole lot. Let me see. What I gotta think about this a little bit more. I don't love it when you gotta think about shit more. Um, mm, mm, Trying to think about something here. Oh, that. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm starting to get a lot tired. If you didn't know already, I am just starting to get a little bit tired, but I'm trying to stay up for a little bit here. The ending of XYZ was the best and most shocking to me, just because of it. Yes, yes, yes. My God. Do not get me started on the ending to that series, to that season of Pokemon, okay? Do not get me started. Because I kid you not, I remember the day that I started when I watched it. When I watched that bit. I don't even know what told me to type this, but I typed it like, Pokemon Kisses, right? Just for some giggles. I was just, right? And then I receive, I look there and on the, I see them looking down at the thing, that whole bit where they kind of butchered the Pokemon League for me a little bit. But honestly, the whole post Pokemon League story that they did with Team Flare, oh, that was great. I loved it. I honestly enjoyed that bit. And then the post ordeal with that was fun. That was really fun to me, truthfully. Um, but I don't think, but even though it was kind of hinted, I mean, it was hinted throughout the season that Serena had a crush on Ash. So it would honestly make sense for her to build up the courage at the very end of it all and do what she did. I am not going to spoil it for those who have yet to see the season of what she does to him. And Close Player, if you do, I am going to be deleting that message because I actually want people to watch just that season alone. Because to me, that was one of, if not the best Pokemon seasons of all time. I love that season. Pokemon Journeys, the the Pokemon Journeys series that they're doing is in my opinion like second behind it. I was also kind of sad. I was like, wait, no, I need them to stay as partners. I mean, they did reunite later on in the series. I mean, like it was about what was it? About like 1 to 3 months ago, there was an episode. Um, there was an episode where she returned for that one moment, mainly talking with Chloe, but also had that brief special moment with Ash a little bit. I mean, what happened there in the last episode, it didn't happen in this one, but you know what? I'll take what I can get, honestly, you know? Um, um, but yeah, I honestly, now let me tell you something, alright? So, we all saw the whole shebang that they did with Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'll be honest with you, the art style of that season, the saddest ending for me was black and white, mainly because of Oshawott. I can't remember black and white. I really don't know about that one. I have no comment. Because, like, the only endings that I remember were the ending to, the Johto journeys. You know, the Johto region story arcs that they did there. I think that was probably one of the saddest. Then you had the one where Ash, May, Max, and Brock, where they would, um, like, they had a special episode dedicated to the fact that they would all be going their separate ways. Max, I remember in one part of the episode, he was swinging on a swing set because he felt sad and he didn't want to, you know, he didn't want to, where you know, he was just feeling sad like kids would be, right? I mean, heck, if you watch the X, Y, and Z ending, like the very last episode of the X, Y, and XYZ arc, you would see how Bonnie was acting as the group was just about ready to say their goodbyes. Um, you know, so that was another sad episode, and then of course, like I said, the XYXYZ and the series ending. That was probably a sad moment. Sun and Moon. I don't know how I would rank that as far as being a good ending goes. Excuse me. I love how I started to look older from the first season. That's why now it looks like he's 12. Um, Honestly, he looked a lot older in XYZ. Like he's now. Here's the funny part. I feel like Ash aged. Like he grew a bit wiser in that season. Yet somehow he still made some rookie mistakes, and I would say outside of that one particular moment that made Amore shippers lose their freaking minds, as well as the minds of everybody else, because what happened in that season was the very first time in Pokemon history that it happened between Ash and a female companion. Um, uh, but yeah, I feel like that episode definitely made it. Now, the fact that they had him go from looking like a mature, older boy compared to years previously to have him go to Pokemon school. Now, I understand that he was in Alola and there was a different region and, you know, different forms of Pokemon. But did Ash really need to go to Pokemon school? Really? Did he really though? And not to mention the fact that literally everybody hated the art style when the show when that season originally first came out. Everybody was just looking. They looked down on that art style like they did with the ugly Sonic from the live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie when the very first trailer of the movie came out. I still remember it like it was. There are so many things that I remember to this day, like in my head. Like I said, Sonic with ugly Sonic. Everybody hated this one. They hated this creation. They literally looked at it like, how the fuck do you mess up this badly with the way of another character's looks? Like seriously, how the hell do you do that? Um, let's see, man had such a bond with his Greninja to make his Greninja a new form. Does he need to go to Pokemon school? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Dude didn't need to go to school. He, dude. If this was real life, just remember, he's been doing this for nearly 25 years when the anime first started. It's been about 25 years since Pokemon first aired as an anime and not a manga. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, always go, like, here's how I would say this, alright? If you're an adult, read the manga. If you are a child, um, if you are a child, watch the anime. Because that's all you really need, for a cartoon. If they keep very persistent and be like, dude, there's a reason why some of these shots don't make sense in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's because they had to block stuff out for it to be viewable for the American audience. Like me? Yeah, like you. Definitely like you. This kid is 25 and he's still 12 to 16 years old. Nowadays, I would probably give him a 12-year-old rating on this one. Because, that one, with one of the rides, um, I lost my train of thought already. God damn it. That tells you how tired I am. Uh. Oh, that's really good. So, that's basically all I gotta talk about. But, there's something else that, he looks at 15, 16, and Unova and Kalos and now looks 12. He looked 12 in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if I'm being honest with you. With Pokemon Journeys, I would say he'd probably be 13, 14 years old. Because I feel like he's kind of mature, but not in the same level as he was matured in X and Y and Z. So yeah. So that's really all I feel like talking about. I'm going to talk about something else that caught my eye. In case you haven't noticed, Kirby Dream Land came out at midnight tonight. Um, $15 for it. I might get it for myself, really, because honestly, I've seen Azalea. Um, I, Azalea. Yeah, actually, I have. I was watching Azalea's stream, Kirby's Dream Buffet before I started live streaming here. And honestly, honestly, it looks a lot of fun. Yeah, it looked a lot of fun. Uh, but I remember when it first came out, some people were comparing it to, Fall Guys, and I'm like, I don't really see, a little bit of me kind of can see Fall Guys a little bit because, it's got a few multitude of mini games and, it probably chooses kind of like Fall Guys, but not exactly like Fall Guys. Um, but you also have other elements added to it, namely kind of like, racing kind of things here, like battle royale kind of things there. So many things that you can do in that game for $15. If that's I expected a little bit more, if I'm being honest with you, with that. But you know what happened, and that's just how it is. Now, of course, because I haven't ever played this game because I didn't pre-order it, I won't know exactly what it plays like until I get paid. This coming Thursday. But I don't know what's going to happen on that day, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's the whole gist of it. I'm trying to see what else there is to talk about, honestly. Um, because there are so many things that I would love to talk about that I can't think of any one thing in particular. Um, let me see here. Um, I would say. Let me see. Okay, I'm honestly losing my train of thought. It kind of tells you how tired I am. It tells you how tired I am because I am pretty tired right now. What time is it anyway? Actually, the fact that it's almost 2:30 and I'm still up. Uh, I might be going to bed soon anyway. But I do want to talk a little bit more about certain things, and I don't know why. I just probably just like talking to people. And I do. I love talking to people. Um, just as long as the person that, the person that's being like that, as long as as long as but I'm losing my fucking train of thought. I just got a vid of my recommendation titled Serena Wants to Dance with Ash Ketchup. Oh my god, no. No, no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Um, um, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Because, honestly, just thinking about that just reminded me of that one Pokemon episode where I think it was like Showdown in Dark City. That one episode where Pikachu just could not help but just stick around this one bottle of freaking ketchup. Literally, Pikachu just had this thing, this weird thing for a bottle of ketchup. And then when it died, by way of part of it being cut, but not the whole bit of it. But yeah, I just remember that episode like it was yesterday. Kind of reminds me of another episode from a different show, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, right? Remember Brock's Jelly Filled Donuts? Oh, you mean the rice cakes? I may not live in Japan, but there are some Japanese foods that I know about. Yeah, I think they're rice cakes, or yeah, they're not rice balls because they're not shaped in balls, but they are rice. They are but they are rice cakes from what I remember seeing of them. But yeah, let's call them jelly filled donuts because we don't want American kids to learn about other cultures. His giant pan, yeah, I got a giant pan to protect me from the rain. Heck yeah, nah, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude, that was really funny. Well, the fact that we're talking about the English dub, you want to know the funniest thing? Honestly, I would rather watch the Japanese dub of any anime than the English dub, personally. Because to me, for the most part, the Japanese dub is a lot better than the English dub for the majority of episodes. What the heck? I'm gonna use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan. Right? That's what it'd be like, wouldn't it? Yeah. Um. So. Um. Yeah. But I would say personally, if you want to know the dumbest English stuff ever known to man, One Piece. That's all you need to know. Just One Piece. Because nobody likes nobody likes the English dub of One Piece that 4Kids did. Honestly, nobody likes it at all. Um, excuse me. Yeah, it's really funny here. Uh, oh, hey, what? Oh, we got it. Oh, Azalea Raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hashtag Azalea22 Raid, yo. You know what's really funny here? You know what's really funny here? I actually had her stream on my phone. I actually had Azalea stream on my phone, bro. Wow, okay. That was funny. I actually didn't. Yeah, so it's fun. Welcome. Alright, so let's see who we got here. We gotta scroll up here. We got Pokemon Guitars Jade. Oh, this is going bad here trying to do this. We got Ism Zizzy, Zula. We got Bryant, Cubs player, saying, yo, Trap, welcome back. Nice seeing this man again. Zelda Mysterious. He knew it was coming. Tara Roberts. Tara Roberts with the Azalea22 raid. Yeah, I didn't see it coming. I just saw that I was suggested, but I didn't see it coming actually. Don't get it twisted. Roberta, I'm sorry. Tara Roberta, I'm sorry. Sorry. I hate mispronouncing names. I don't like it. But you know what? If you wanted to do a double raid with others, that's fine. I really don't. I really don't. It's her stream. It's up to her, really. So where's the queen of not only of the garden but of positivity as a whole? I wonder where she's at. But anyway, we were actually there. She is. There's the queen of the garden. I would say check her out, but I think everybody here is well acquainted with Azalea at this point, so I don't need to drop a link for her. But at least you haven't called me a Cubs player like some other streamers. That's because I try to pay attention. So Azalea. So Azalea? Doesn't ring a bell. Trap. Yeah, I was actually just spending some time talking about my day at the fair, and then it just went from talking about my day at the fair to talking about Pokemon anime to talking about English dubs of anime. like which dubs are better than what, you know. I was recommended. I deserve it. You know what? I appreciate that, really. I honestly do appreciate that. But mark this down. I'm gonna mark this down on my calendar. Let me tell you guys, actually, two things of significance, actually, with this. First of all, third time Azalea has rated me. Second of all, with the math that I had to work in my head, because I was actually thinking about this earlier, this is actually my 10th ever raid. It actually is. I was doing some math earlier for absolutely no reason. But yeah, that's what happened. Speaking of Azalea, I need to put that video of my doggo growling at the TV because they were looking at he was looking at squirrels. Yeah, I need to post that video on the Discord server for her, because I know she said she wanted to see it. But yeah, long story short, I had a lot of fun today going at the fair with my family before my niece and nephew had to go back to school today because it is past midnight. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the doggo too, your doggo too, Cubs, because I don't think you ever talked about. I don't think you brought up your dog. I don't think you ever brought up what happened. At least to me, I don't think you brought it up to me. But yeah, I hope everything's okay on your end, Cubs player. So what's very ironic here, I honestly have nothing else to talk about. because I was actually talking about One Piece being the worst English dub of all time. Like, as bad as some 90s anime English dubs were, One Piece takes the cake, okay? So I'm proud of you, Forrest, and I think many of the people here are also proud of you too. No matter what difficulties you're dealing with, you have your head up high and you're I appreciate that, Tara. I appreciate that, Tara. Um, you know, I'm, honestly, I'm honestly proud that I've reached the number that I've reached right now, and I know that I'm going to be going through a much longer road to 500 because if there's one thing that I've learned is that, I always do these type of things when it comes to a milestone. Like here recently when I was doing the 300, then the 400 subscriber videos, I was doing uh, tips and tricks about it. I would say the best tip that I could ever give to anybody would be to don't expect things to be easy. It's gonna take a timely process to go from point A to point B. But I'm very proud of where I came from, even though my viewer count numbers will say otherwise. Um, I'm honestly, if I'm being honest with everybody here, and I'm joking when I say this, by the way, I'm honestly surprised that I've never been accused of using bots to count as subscribers because of my viewer count. But that's how it is. Unfortunately, I have to attend to some things, but we'll leave alert. Have a good rest of the stream tonight for us. Thank you, Azalea. I appreciate the raid. Oh, you know what? Here, hold on. I actually wanted to show you guys this. I actually got this at the fair today. It's a necklace that I paid $5 for. Here, let me show you it up close here. See? I actually got this today, and I don't know when I'll be able to. I don't know when I'll take it off, but yeah, I'll probably be keeping it on for a little bit. But it was but I honestly liked it. But yeah, see you later, Azalea. Almost mispronounced her. I need to quit mispronouncing names. But yeah, today was a fun day spending time with my, it kind of looks like an eye. It is an eye, actually. See, with the, yeah, because there was a part of the fair where they had necklaces. Um, they had Disney princess necklaces, they had horror necklaces, Pokemon, aka Pokeball necklaces, and, what other these kind of necklaces that kind of seem like a dragon eyeball necklaces. There was another one that I found, and then when I saw this one, I just like, dude, I want to get this one. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Excuse me. But yeah, something for me. The difference with necklaces, all JK. I I hate mispronouncing names. I hate mispronouncing names. Let me see if I can get this right here. I know Azalea pronounces it correctly. Zula. Yeah. See you later. Hope you had a good time watching Azalea's stream and part of my stream. But yeah, they actually caught me at near the end of it. Shula. Oh, okay. I'll make a mental note of that for future reference because, like I said, I don't like. Even though I unintentionally happen to make mistakes on pronouncing some people's names, and I honestly hate it when I do that. But yeah, actually, because of the fact that I honestly have nothing else to talk about, I, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my own stream. But if you guys want to partake in a raid. Here, let me find a raid target. Let's see if we got anybody here. Um, hmm. if I'm being honest with you guys here, I'm honestly surprised Azalea didn't raid Beacon of Nick on the grounds that he's playing Kirby Dream Buffet too. So, let's go ahead and, let's go ahead and raid this man because he's the one that I know of the most. And I appreciate the subscription, and thank you for subscribing. Oh, that's why. Oh. Okay, that explains it. But before I end the stream, I do want to say thank you for subscribing, Angel Bob and Tara Roberta. I appreciate the subscriptions. Bring me a few steps closer to the big 500. But we're gonna go ahead and raid Beacon of Nick playing Kirby Dream Buffet because of course he would be. I want to get that game honestly because for $15 that makes the game a little bit more worth it because I mean since how we had Kirby in the Forgotten Land for $60 and that game probably should have been worth maybe $40 at most honestly. I think $15 for this game would be a good fit. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to put the link to Beacon of Nick in the chat here. And hashtag... I know some people are going to probably say, well, it's going to be hashtag Forest Raid, isn't it? No, actually, because this is my Nintendo name, we go with this one. Hashtag Freaky Raid. He will know it's me, by the way. If you've never been to a Beacon of Nick stream, he will know that's me. So, as like how it is with Azalea streams, do not spam it. Be there for 5 minutes to help him with the YouTube algorithm. And let's all try to have some good times there with him. But with that being said, yeah, he did. But anyway, with that all being said, guys, I appreciate the raid. I'll have to shout Azalea out on Twitter later. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the chill stream. And if you missed out, then, there's going to be the VOD at a later point in time. So you guys can watch what I was talking about and, give your thoughts and opinions on it. But with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me for the evening. Hope you guys enjoyed this little chat. And until next time, this is Forrest Walpole, signing off.